to get myself situated. My name is Nina Moore, and I am super duper excited to be hosting this call with you this evening. Someone that cares a lot about you invited you to this. They did not make a decision for you. And I think about how one phone call, one meeting changed my life. Back in 2014, one phone call, one Facebook post changed my life. Now, I don't know about any of you, and I don't know if you were looking for something, but I know with what I see in the world today and what's going on in the world, I know that my husband and I, we were looking for something. And in 2014, we found that something. You see, I was told that there was a concept, a different kind of concept. It wasn't the concept that I was accustomed to because I was accustomed to trading dollars for time, right? I was accustomed to trading my time for money, but I was introduced to a concept where I could share information with other people and earn extra income. Well, I was only looking for an additional $500 a month. What I didn't know was that if I took it real serious and I went all in, let me see you type the words all in the comments. If I took it real serious, what I didn't know was that what I thought was just going to be 500 extra dollars a month turned into $500,000 in 18 months. Let me say that again. What I thought was going to just be an additional or an extra $500 a month in 18 months turned into $500,000. Well, as if that might have been a fluke or a oops, or I might have lucked into it, right? I might have just tripped my way into a $500,000. I went to another company, and 18 months later, in that company, oops, we were at $500,000 again. Well, my husband and I have gone to the tops of any company that we've been in multiple times. Multiple times. So it's not a mistake. It wasn't an accident. It's something we know how to do. See, what I realize about products is oftentimes we think things like, well, I've got to be passionate about a product to sell it. Well, what I also realize about that is the people who sell dog food, I'm certain, I'm 100% almost positive that they don't eat it. They're not passionate. It doesn't taste good to them, but what they're doing is they're serving a purpose. What we realize about the world is if there is a problem and you can solve it, once you solve the problem, you do realize that all we do is create another one. Somebody's going to catch that in a moment. When you solve a problem for someone, you create another problem, right? And so we're in the business of solving problems. Well, we were introduced to an idea, a concept that you could share information with other people and turn that into income. It's called word of mouth marketing. I want y'all to put that in the comments. Word of mouth marketing. Now, Nichelle, Tedra, Genesis, a lot of people do a lot of word of mouth marketing, Dr. Bramwell, but they don't get paid from it. There's a lot of people that share information, Dr. Jameson, and they don't get paid from it. Well, we've learned how to share information with a duplicable system and make money from it. Could you get excited about hearing about how we can take a system, share it with other people, and make money from it? A system that we don't even have to be put together, right? But then we were even more intrigued with just about a little over 45 days ago when a product line fell into our laps. That is, and I want y'all to write this in the comments, right? It is drug-free, non-ingredient. I'm going to say that again. Non-ingredient, drug-free, and will make you stronger instantly. Well, when that product fell into our laps, we said, there's no way. And we were skeptical. And we kept watching this video over and over again that had us intrigued. And we said, if these little things work, then we're in. See, because we were looking for something that wasn't a Me Too product. We were looking for something that was revolutionary. See, everybody has a coffee, and everybody has a tea, and everybody has an energy capsule, and everybody has a vitamin, and everybody has a shake, and everybody has, but not everybody has, and other people have patches, but not everybody has a patch that is non-ingredient, drug-free, that will make you stronger instantly and other things, right? And so we want to introduce you to a revolutionary product that was designed by the CEO because his mother was told that she was going to not live after 2 years because they found out that she had MS. He did major research to come up with a product that would save his mother, and that's what it did. Well, I want to introduce you to a product, and I want y'all to write this down while I'm talking, that is safe for babies, safe for children, safe for expecting moms, safe for nursing moms, safe for all women and men of all ages. I want to introduce you to a revolutionary product that I told you again, and I'm going to say it again. It's non-ingredient, drug-free, and will make you stronger instantly. See, we were looking for something because we were tired of people duplicating products and white labeling products. Well, our product is copywritten, it's trademarked, and you're going to see some more about our product. See, what we're here to do right now is to build something generational that will transform the world. Anything else right now is a waste of time. We have a mission, we've got a vision, and we've got values. Anything else is a waste of time. Because would you agree, and maybe you won't, but I'm almost positive that you're going to agree with me, that all of these companies that are duplicating each other's products or adding one ingredient or taking an ingredient out, it's a race to the bottom if everyone's selling the same product. But finally, something that we can build that's disruptive technology. And disruptive technology has always changed the world, and it always will. Say that, y'all might want to write that down, that our patches are disruptive technology. Well, here's what we're doing. We're solving the biggest problems. And when you solve the biggest problems, you create bigger opportunities. Solve big problems and create big opportunities. So there are really big global wellness problems right now. And I used to have one. I used to be 300 pounds. Right? I used to suffer and struggle with depression and sadness and suicidal ideation. And I didn't know why. I didn't understand it. I went to church every week. I went to church all the time. I knew the Lord. Why was I struggling with obesity and struggling with depression and struggling with anxiety and struggling with stress? Why? But look at what people are struggling with all around the world. High stress. Maybe I'm going to ride down your street while I'm naming these things. Maybe I'm going, as they say in church, Elder Barry and Deacon Sean, that I might be coming down your pew, right? Aches and pains. 1.6 billion people in the world. Poor mobility. Now, I had a fall. I don't know about you all, but I had a fall. And it wasn't God's fall above all, but I had a fall about almost 2 years ago now that then developed sciatica pain in me. I had never dealt with sciatica pain. I thought that it was the end of the world. The pain was so severe. So I understand what it's like to be in pain, constant, consistent pain where nothing is working. And you don't want to take the kind of medications that will numb you and make you feel like a zombie. Well, mood issues, calorie control, low fitness, cognitive decline, low energy, unclean beauty products, weak immune system, poor sleep. Did I come down your street at all on this call? Have I hit your pew yet? Well, what we're looking at with current wellness solutions, with our current wellness solutions in every company, they're talking about drugs. Well, supplements, lots of caffeine. And I'm a coffee drinker, y'all. Lots of caffeine. Even surgery. Even with the people that are taking these weight loss shots, if you see the kind of research that's starting to pop up about the weight loss shots and how people were actually depressed while they were on those shots, right? You have to make lifestyle changes when you use current wellness solutions that are on the market right now. Therapy, it requires diet change. I mean, exercise. And most people can't even fathom the thought of getting started. Well, think about the challenges and the risks that come with our current solutions. Number one, side effects. Every time you get medication from the pharmacy, there's a big printout, a Z-fold, tri-fold printout that then on the back 2 pages list all of the many side effects from the medication. So let's face it, you guys, and this is not to dog out the medical field or the pharmaceutical companies, but pharmaceutical companies do not create medicines to heal you. They create medicines to mask the symptoms. Okay. I got 2 amens. I see I got 2 head nods. So out of the 50 people we got, 40 people we got on here, I got 2 head nods that said, yep, you're right. Well, there's unproven product efficacy, hard to use products, safety, overusage, invasive. A commitment is required when you're going on supplements because most supplements are going to take you a good 90 days before you actually see a consistent result. And those that give you a result faster, they might keep you in the bathroom a lot or things like that, right? Lifestyle change resistance, contraindications. We're talking about high cost. We're talking about hard to use products that you can't even take everywhere you go. Well, our CEO did a study because he wanted to know, well, what is it that people really want? And guess what? This is not just something he thought of and he guessed or Googled or even used Chat GPT for. He actually did a study with real people, and this is what they said. They want non-invasive products that are 100% drug-free. They don't want to have to change their diet. People want a presto change your magic thing, right? They don't want lifestyle change. They needed to be cost effective, but they also needed to be quick and effective. People want products that are side effect free, that are child and mom safe, easy to use, that have been tested and proven. Is there anyone on here that would like to have a product line that proves to do all of those things? Well, what we realized was there was not a product on the market that did those things, right? Which means that we needed a new approach, that it is time for a breakthrough. Can we type the words breakthrough in the comments? It's time for a breakthrough. Well, I know that many of you are going to say, well, Nina, you're not a medical professional. I'm not. I just like to study because I am a product girl. When you've been 300 pounds and you struggled with obesity and you turned your story into your glory, and it is the story that has helped you and your husband earn multiple millions of dollars from your cell phone, laptop, tablet, all around the world, enabled you to be able to travel and build teams all over the world and be able to retire yourself, retire your husband, help other people pay off their homes, their cars, their debt, make extra money, feel good, and look good. Guess what? I could tell you all about it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to now bring the professional to the line. I'm going to bring a medical professional to the line to talk about these patches. We're going to introduce you to Super Patch. And as you see, it's 100% drug-free with quick and proven benefits. Ding, 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 FDA registered. 30-day satisfaction guarantee. 95% positive reviews. And why does it say 95% and not 100%? Well, here's what I said on our call on Monday night. There's some nasty reviews out there about McDonald's and Wendy's and Chick-fil-A and Taco Bell and all of those places. But every day when I ride by all of those places, the lines are still backed up for all of those places. See, some of the negative reviews are they're real negative reviews, and then you just got a group of people who just gonna complain about everything. You got some people that no matter what, they're gonna complain about everything. So why is it not 100% positive reviews? Because you're always going to have at least 5% of people that are always going to find fault in something. They don't believe it's going to work. And so guess what? If you believe that it will, then it will. And if you believe that it won't, then it won't. Well, we've got incredible clinical results, and even tonight, you're going to see a live stability test right here on this Zoom. Well, Superpatch has more than 1 million happy clients, and our product is made in the USA. But you know what? I got somebody that could tell it to you better. Someone who's been to Howard University, who's dual certified, who's multi certified, actually, right? She's got two licenses and degrees under her belt, has been a doctor for over 30 years. She's my friend. She's my business partner. She loves to have fun, loves to help people, loves making money. But guess what? She knows 100% of the facts. I need you to lend your ears and your attention to Dr. Nicole Bramwell. Are you there?
I am here, Mrs. Moore. Thank you so much. Hello, hello. I am so, so excited about these products. And you know why? Because the most common thing that people say to me is, I don't want to take any medicine. I don't want to take any medicine. I want to get off of my medicine. And this is amazing that these patches are here. And who would have thought? Who would have thought that all we have to do is have something touch our skin and communicate with our brain? Do you know that? Do you know how simple that is? It's simple, but do you understand it? And we're going to help you understand it, but let me just tell you, maybe make it a little bit more obvious. You know when you get that little paper cut on your skin and it hurts so, so bad, worse than something that poked you all the way through your arm? Well, that's your nerves on your skin surface. Guess what? That is the anatomy that allows us to use this super patch and put it on. And guess what? You feel that pain because that was signaled to your brain that fast. And that's why we get stronger instantly with these patches. So I am so excited that we can actually offer something that is going to help multiple problems. And not only that, your brain doesn't just have little spots, a spot here and a spot here and a spot there, and that's the only thing that it does. There is crossover, there is overlap to where you are going to have other things that are taken care of from this little patch that you put on there. It is amazing, amazing science. This technology, VTT technology, what is that? What is that? Vibro, tactile, trigger technology. And you're like, okay, she's talking all that medical jargon. That's what doctors do. But guess what? Nope, I'm not going to do that because we have a nice, very neatly packaged thing that you're going to see a video very shortly. But these super patches, hey, it's brain basics. I just told you about how your skin communicates with your brain. Our brain and our central nervous system control every every physical, biological, emotional, psychological function in our body. So any movement, any emotion, anything you think, it's all in your nervous system and communicating with your brain. So you see this pyramid here. We talk about pyramids, but this is a different kind of pyramid, okay? You see how biophysics and biology and biochemistry, all the interactions communicate with your CNS, which is your central nervous system. Okay, so better central nervous system, better brain functioning means everything in your life better, even your money. So Super Patch affects your mind and your body. It is taking care of things all the way across the board. Poor functioning, hey, we could list all kinds of things. We have poor balance, we have poor eating habits, we have bad focus, we can't think straight, we have pain, lots of pain, back pain, knee pain, hip pain, all kinds of stuff. We have where we don't have enough energy to do things. We don't have enough strength to lift weights, or I'm not lifting weights because that's not, what I can do. Guess what? If we can make that better with a patch, which we can, that patch goes on and those things improve. Your life improves. How you think improves. Your mental clarity improves. How your body moves, how you stand, how you don't fall as you get older. You're going to actually have greater stability, which actually gives you longevity. That is very well proven in literature, and you can look that up. So we have all these things that can get better. Hey, even the bedroom thing gets better. So you can look out for that. Connecting the mind and body. Hey, guess what? They're already connected. This is using something that's been in existence since bodies were formed, right? However, this is putting something that will touch just simply your skin and help this whole connection work better together. So, hey, the pattern theory of the haptic. Okay, here goes some more big words. Haptic perception. All right, that just means that it's touching your skin and it's going to communicate with your nerves. That's all that it means. It's exciting, and you're going to see an example of that later. But first, we are going to show you this quick 5-minute video that explains everything very easily. And then the next voice that you will hear after the video is Mrs. Nina Rochelle Moorer.
On average, it covers about 21 square feet, bigger than a typical door frame. It comprises 15% of your body weight and contains 11 miles of blood vessels. I'm talking about the biggest organ in the human body, your skin. And now, the Super Patch Company is unlocking the superpowers of human skin. Your skin protects you from invaders like germs, helps you regulate your body temperature, and allows you to feel tactile sensations like hot, cold, rough, and soft. In fact, the Nobel Prize was awarded to a couple of doctors who unlocked the secrets of our body's sense of touch and temperature. Imagine you have a tiny team of workers inside your body. When your skin experiences something hot or cold, or something touches your skin, these workers send messages to your brain telling you what's happening. They're called ion channels, and these sensors are the key to a new cutting-edge technology utilized by the Super Patch Company. This elegant and effective technology has gone through clinical studies, and the amazing results have been published in peer-reviewed science journals. And their benefits are game-changing. For example, let's talk about pain. The Freedom Super Patch focuses on pain management. Users of the patch reported a 72% reduction in pain within minutes, and the relief lasts for 24 hours. Here's how this amazing technology works. It's well known that our minds regulate our physiology. The autonomic nervous system and other neural networks, much like computer programs in our mind, control every aspect of our physical lives, from our heart and breathing rates to sleep and pain. But these networks can become dysfunctional or damaged due to factors like illness, stress, injury, or the environment. And when your neural networks stop working optimally, it can affect every aspect of your health. So to utilize these neural pathways, those ion channels, the Super Patch Company has been developing skin stimulation technology for more than 12 years. It's called haptic vibrotactile trigger technology, or VTT. Each super patch contains very fine ridges that stimulate receptors in your skin. Think of them as braille for the brain. And the unique patterns of these ridges help reboot a specific neural program. When these ridges touch the skin, the stimulation starts instantly correcting those neural programs, essentially rewiring your brain. We're talking about life-changing benefits. For example, more than 50 million Americans have sleep disorders. And according to the National Institute of Health, insufficient sleep is estimated to have a negative annual impact on the US economy of more than $400 billion. Studies have shown that people who wear the REM super patch for 2 weeks fall asleep 48% faster and get almost 25% more sleep at night. Every year, more than 36 million falls are reported among older Americans, and studies show that balance is the most reliable biomarker for longevity. In other words, if you have good balance and stability, the more likely you are to live longer. Studies on the Liberty Super Patch reveal that it can improve balance and stability by more than 30%. This is all done without drugs, electronic stimulation, or therapies. Most importantly, the patches are safe and easy to use. 100% drug and chemical free. No ingredients or supplements, and there are no contraindications or side effects. It's great to be active. It's even better to be proactive. The Super Patch, backed by research, proven by science.
I get excited every single time I watch that video. And to think that every single one of these patches, and I don't know if you can see them because my light is so bright, probably can't, has a different ridge pattern. And then, of course, it's white, so you can't see it. But every single, let me see, do I have another color one in here? Some of them are different colors. Every single patch has a different ridge or braille pattern on the patch. Now, it's one thing to hear testimonies. We had amazing testimonies on Monday night. Dr. Dunn, we had our therapist, Marika White, give us a testimony. We had Chris Courtenay, who's also a licensed stretch therapist and a trainer. We had Mr. Sean Bell, who works a full-time job. He's a caretaker, doesn't get a lot of sleep, give his testimony as well, who has major issues going on with his shoulders and was in a lot of pain until these patches. But it's another thing to see it demonstrated before you. Now, we're not in your living room with you tonight, but Dr. Tamara Dunn and her husband, who is also in the medical field, have agreed to, and let me make sure that I got both of them as a co-host on here so we could bring, I don't know which account she needs to unmute, to give us a live demonstration. Now, you saw that it says that the Liberty Patch will increase your strength and stability by 30% immediately. Well, I beg to differ on that, y'all. We're seeing a bigger difference than 30%. However, we're going to let you be the judge of that. Dr. Tamara Dunn, would you come to the line? Trying to see which one you are on. I see your logo.
Oh, there I am.
Okay.
I'm on two because I have one in my living room.
Okay.
Can you see me?
I believe we can. They're saying yes. Okay, there you go. We can see you. Let me just bring you to the screen. All right, we can see you.
Okay, hello everyone. So we are going to test the Liberty patch on my husband, and this is the one that's going to help with your stability, agility, your balance, which is so important for longer longevity of life because you have less injury from falling. You just be more stable, more grounded in your body. Okay, so we're just going to do the balance test. Pay attention because you're going to do this test too when you get your patches after tonight. Okay, so. He's going to come right here and he is going to put your feet just a little bit apart there. And can you see both of us?
Yes, we can see both of you.
Okay. He's going to put his hands on top of each other like this in front of him. And are you steady? Are you? So I'm going to try and resist, or he's going to resist me from pulling him down. Okay. So we're just going to push. And then he's like, balls. Now, y'all know he's stronger than me, right? So I'm trying to pull him down and he can't hold himself up. So now we have our pack of Liberty patches and we're just going to put this on his arm. And it's just a little sticker that you put on. Right. So we're just going to redo that. He's going to put his fists on top of each other and then just try and resist again. Okay. All right.
This is crazy.
So
It really is.
I'm hurting myself trying to get him to go down, and he doesn't move. So he is very grounded and stable. And I'm just gonna take the patch off so that you guys can see. So this is the patch again. I'm taking it off, and we're just gonna do it one more time. And then he just falls over. So he not stable. He ain't got no balance. So so it helps with our core muscles, which we found out that core muscles, when that's stronger, it helps metabolism. It just helps so much. So thank you, Ms. Nina, for letting us be able to demonstrate that.
That is incredible. Y'all light the chat up, light the chat up, light the chat up for Dr. Dunn and Dr. Dunn, right? For Dr. Dunn and Dr. Dunn. That is simply incredible, you guys. I think you would agree with me that that appeared to be greater than 30% stability. Would you all agree that that was greater than 30% stability? Well, you know what? I had to show you, but we've got another young lady that's on the line, and she's going to just take about 60 seconds, you guys, to tell you about some of the things that she's been dealing with. If I can find Michelle in the chat, I see her right here, and let me make you a co-host just so you can unmute yourself real quick. And Michelle, I'm going to bring you to the line with me. Michelle, you've been dealing with some major health issues, surgeries. You're not able to work right now. You were skeptical. You were skeptical, and we had to find the combination of patches that were working for you. But something happened. Something happened.
Yeah.
I'll let you tell it, Michelle. How you feeling?
I feel great. Thanks for having me on tonight. Okay, so listen, I did all the potions and lotions and supplements and all that, and I was at the point where when you called me, I was like, okay, I'll try it, but because I'm tired, I was tired. So I got Victory and I got Liberty. And so I put them two patches on. I saw a difference, but it wasn't like, wow, great at first. So then you told me to say, won't you try the Freedom as well as the Liberty and the Victory? So I didn't do it immediately when I got the Freedom because I was like, okay. I was still skeptical. I'm not gonna lie. So finally one day I just said, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and put all three of them on. So I put all three of them on and I went out with my daughter. I had to go grocery shopping and all that in the third. Usually she like, watch your step, you're gonna fall. Slow down, trying to guide me to make sure I don't fall. I left her. I went through the grocery store. I had no problems. I did not stumble. I did not double. Usually when I try to do too much too fast, I do a double step and all that in the third. I even helped her get the groceries out the car, and I did not fall. I bent over and I didn't stumble. I usually stumble forward because I lose my balance. And one of the reasons why I lose my balance is because I have neuropathy. So I can't feel my feet because they're like numb. Big improvement. Big improvement. It's like about 80% better than before. At first, like I said, I don't really go nowhere because I do a lot of stumbling. And so that's embarrassing. So I'm like, I'm 50 years old, getting ready 51, and I'm up here stumbling and like, not, be discouraged about age, but an older person that's in their 80s or 90s, that have problems and walking with a walker, blah, blah. I didn't want to be that girl. So I was like, I'm staying at home. If I need a walker, I'm going to stay at home. But with the combination of the liberty and the victory and the freedom, I'm more stable. I feel more confident in walking and not feeling ashamed or, having to have somebody behind me saying, don't fall, don't fall, don't fall, watch it, don't fall. That's embarrassing. But I'm happy. I'm not something anymore. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. I believe it. So yeah.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
having me
much.
on, guys.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Listen, y'all, I told y'all we can't make it up. And the reality of it is that it's going to work different for everybody. There are some people that are going to feel a very immediate result. I haven't seen one person yet not have a result from the Liberty patch when it comes to stability. So let's get back to the slides. We're going to go ahead and go through these pretty swiftly because you've seen it all. See, there's no convincing with this product, right, Sean Bell? There's no convincing. You've seen how to use the patch because it's either you want better stability or you don't. Either you want to live longer or you don't. Either you want products that are drug free, ingredient free, that will make you stronger instantly, or you don't. Either you want it or you don't. Well, this advisory board of doctors that are actually the board that is advising the company, you know how difficult it is to get doctors to buy into something because they typically really only want to promote pharmaceutical medicines. But our entire advisory board is made up of all doctors. If you want to screenshot this and look them up, feel free to do so. Well, we've got 13 different patches with 4 more on the way, right? From sexual enhancement to sleep. Our Kick It will kick cravings or anything that you are addicted to, right? The Kick It patch. We've got the Joy patch for depression. Ignite patch burns up to 500 calories at a rested state. Victory is for when you're walking and or working out. Great for endurance, stamina, and recovery. Freedom is for pain. Lumi is for your skin. Defend is to boost your immune system. REM is for sleep. Peace is for anxiety and stress. It is a great combination. Weight loss is the Kick It, the Ignite, and the Focus or the Peace, right? Because focus is going to keep you 100% focused. We have children that are autistic with ADD and ADHD that are having great success, massive success from these products. We have a young lady on the team who owns a weight loss spa who's ordering $300 to $500 worth of patches every single day. Therapists are on board. Doctors are saying yes, all because they're excited about the fact that anyone can use these patches. They put these patches on newborn babies, all right, that wouldn't sleep. Now, the 4 patches that are on the way are the sugar-free patch for people with diabetes or pre-diabetic, right? It's called sugar-free. I'm not giving you a date. We don't have a date. We're just telling you that in the next year, these 4 patches will be launched. Our high blood pressure patch, also our immune vaccine recovery, vaccine injury patch, as well as our stem cell patch will be launched in the next year. Super excited. And then our boost patch, I wear this every single day. It is a different kind of energy that we get from this, a very super focused energy, not that up like lift up energy and then that crash energy, but it is a stable form of energy all day. So how big is the market and why is this important? Because we can get market share because it's a $500 billion opportunity. Yes, there are other patches, but I told you none that are non-ingredient and drug-free. Even the one company that I know of that's known for their one patch has ingredients, even though they say they're all natural, they have ingredients. Just the sleep market, people who can't sleep, with the one REM patch, you could make a fortune. Just the one patch for stability and mobility, the one that's going to add more life to your years because you're having more stability and you're stronger. Just that one patch could increase your legacy income because competition is for losers. And guess what? Here in Super Patch, there is no competition. We're in competition with no one. So what you need to know is we've got products that work, solutions and products that maximize the market opportunity, products that work fast. We've got co-op marketing, and you'll learn more about that through our amazing system. All you've got to do is once you join, you're going to get the Boards app. And I am telling you right now, don't sleep on downloading the Boards app because that is your one-stop shop for all of the information that you need. So now we've got product and technology leadership. Super Patch IP is globally protected. 15 years and $25 million in research and development. No other competitive products on the market. We're talking about a global opportunity. We're in over 30 countries. I'm launching Mexico, right? We're launching Mexico. This is already big in the UK, but we're launching Mexico in June, as well as the fact that you can travel with these because guess what? There's no ingredients. You're never going to have to smuggle products into any country. There are many, many, many ways to get started. Let me explain how you're going to get started with us. The way that we're getting everybody started is by joining for $40. You're going to join, create your account for $40. Then you're going to go back into that account. You're going to log back in, and it is very important that you do it the way I'm saying it. If you try to purchase your patches in the $40 enrollment, your patches will be set up as an auto ship and they will not ship right away. So you log back in and then you want to purchase at least 2 packs of patches. We strongly suggest Liberty and Freedom, okay? Liberty and Freedom, but if you have other needs, we will give you our printout of all of the patches or the cocktail sheet where you can mix and match different patches to achieve the results that you need. Maybe you need better sleep. Maybe you can't sleep and you need focus. Maybe you want to, maybe you're looking for weight loss. And maybe you're in pain. You definitely want to make sure Liberty is the one that you're going to be able to do that test with, the Liberty patch. Freedom is the pain patch. We like Liberty, Victory, and Freedom together. I mean, listen to the names of that. Liberty, Victory, and Freedom. So each patch for a rep is only $45. Customers pay $60 per pack, and each pack is a month supply of patches. You wear each patch for 24 hours. The only patch you wear for up to 12 hours is the REM patch, which is your sleep patch. I don't know a person that sleeps 12 hours. I don't even think I want to know a person that sleeps 12 hours. Okay, so each patch we wear for 24 hours, there's 28 patches in a pack. Listen, even if you don't want to do this as a business, because you can still work all of your other businesses. We're not telling you to leave any company because we're not. We're still retailing our wellness products, right? There are some that we just absolutely love, but you do not want to miss this movement. You do not want to miss because you know why companies like Avon and Mary Kay and Amway and Herbalife all had big, big, big runs? Do any of you know why those companies had such big runs? Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because they were the first to do it. So now timing is on your side with these patches. Timing is imperative right now. And what I really love is when I started doing some study about stability is when I found out that even when your stability is better and stronger, that you have a better metabolism and fat burning. When your balance is improved, you activate your muscles in every movement. This leads to better body control, stronger stabilizing muscles, and more efficient workouts, especially walking. Especially walking. So even as a customer, you can earn $30 per referral who purchases from you as a customer. If you're a practitioner or you know a practitioner, you can sign up. You can sign up the person. So let's just say you've got Dr. Dunn. Dr. Dunn, if she had a practice, she would sign herself up and then she would sign her practice to herself, because we've got a whole marketing system for practitioners as well. So what you're going to do tonight is you're going to run and you're going to grab the link of the person who invited you here, and you're going to join with their link for $40. Then you are going to go back in. You're going to choose associate. When you join, you're going to log back in by scrolling all the way down to the Super Patch link, Super Patch website, all the way down to the bottom where it says log into your back office. You're going to log into your back office, and then you're going to go and buy your patches. We launch May the 1st, but right now we are loading the system. And those of you who get in and get 3 people, you're going to get some people placed up underneath you. We're going to help you build this business. Now, I want to leave you with this thought before we go, because I'm so glad we had this time together. But there are 3 kinds of people that are on this call. We're going to buy our bigger packs on May the 1st, y'all. We're going to literally crush this in the month of May. I mean, not a better month. It couldn't be a better month. That's my birthday month, right? That's our birthday month. The whole house is full of birthdays. But there's 3 kinds of people that are listening to me right now. The first person, or the first kind of person, are people that are addicted to information but allergic to execution. Now, I don't want y'all to be that kind of person tonight. All right? You've got all the information that you need. You saw it with your own eyes. And guess what? Once you see it, you can't unsee it. You know that they're all natural, that even kids can put them on. So we're not trying to convince you, but you can't be addicted to information and then allergic to the execution. We want you to get started now, right? Then there are people. The second kind of person is the person that's going to join, and then they're going to kind of get paralyzed or stuck. We can't do that. You're going to get those patches in, and you're going to start putting that Liberty patch on people and doing that stability test. And all you're going to ask is, have you ever had a stability test before? Let me try this patch on you. And then there's a third person that's on here, and they're saying, Nina, I'm ready to run the play with no delay. And if you're ready to run the play with no delay, go ahead and get the link of the person that invited you here. You're going to join for $40. Then what are you going to do? Log back in and purchase your patches. You're going to wait until May the 1st to purchase your larger pack of patches for when we go on the launch run. But it is important that you move, and you move quickly. Finally, a product with no convincing. Finally, a product with no ingredients. Finally, a drug-free product that everyone can use. Finally, a product that's cost-effective. Finally, a product that's not a me too product. Finally, 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 finally. The question now is, will you miss the train? Or will you go ahead and get on? So my name is Nina Moore, and I am so excited to have hosted this call for you this evening. Thank you so much to Dr. Bramwell, to Dr. Dunn and her husband, to Michelle for giving us her testimony. Y'all, we got so many testimonies. We could be here all night with all the testimonies that we've been collecting for the last 45 days or so. The time is now. The thing that you've been waiting for is here. Now it's time for you to pull the trigger. It's time for you to say, okay, maybe I didn't have success in all of the other things I've done in a little while, but guess what? We've got people who've not had success, and multiple companies have already started making sales. They're retailing, they've got customers in the system, they've got business partners in the system, and we've got weight loss spas and doctors and therapists that are all on board. We don't want to see you from the top. We want to see you at the top. We're going to give you your unofficial welcome to the team. Welcome to the best days of your life. And welcome to the Legacy Run. Good night, and God bless you all. We'll see you in the wellness chat, the Get Well and the Get Wealthy chat. Good night, everybody.